Been like a wake up cause we both know that it's mercy flows in the morning. Wake up to a brand new day. This morning is stepping on my way. Yeah, it's breaking, give me just what I need. I can feel the hope that's rising up in me. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here on It's a Good Morning on Joco Community Radio. I'm back. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm not sure who can see me. I know I want to thank all of you who are tuning in on TuneIn Radio. I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you, and I'm going to try to figure all of this out all on my own this morning. So I know I had a few offer to be a co-host this morning, but I think I'm going to try and do this solo this morning just to see kind of what we can do. But real quick, I'm going to try to figure out how to get rid of the graphics and just go with the screen. Let me see if I can do I have an overlay? Oh, looky there. Looky there, looky there, looky there. Okay, so I have a few topics this morning. I have a few things that I want to cover, but first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support. Thank you for joining me this morning as I go solo. So here's the thing. I know a lot of you know that Coralie had to take a little bit of a hiatus. She has lots of stuff going on. And I've had a few co-hosts in here helping me and just sitting with me and just being absolutely wonderful friends for taking an hour out of their day to do that. So it does get a little bit hard to juggle people, and it really gets hard when you're um working 3 jobs to juggle people to come in for the morning show. So I took a couple of weeks off. For those of you who missed me, thank you very much for missing me, and who reached out to make sure that I was okay and not sick and all of that. And I have not been sick. I have had a lot of things going on, a lot of things to take care of. I have some friends of mine whose family members aren't feeling very well, and then. Last week, my sister went to Florida. Yes, she went to Florida without me. But we still love her. It's okay. She was celebrating some birthdays and different things like that. So I went to Brock and stayed with my niece most of the week. Uh, so part of it is I was available Monday and Tuesday of last week to do a show. And for those of you who are familiar with the studio, we got new locks, right? High tech keypads and all of those things. Well, I don't have a key. And so therefore, learn some new things that we have, which is totally cool, but I was not aware of last week. So it just allowed me, honestly, to just kind of have a little bit of downtime, which it was very much needed. Um, so I did that, and so I was able to come back this morning. I was actually early. And I know for all of you who know me, you're totally surprised. I was about 5 minutes early this morning, and I have notes on different things to cover. And I was able to listen to the Rise and Shine show with John this morning. I was hopeful that John could stick around and hang out with me for the next little bit, but he's got some meetings and different things like that. But if you guys have missed the Rise and Shine show on Monday mornings, you are missing out. This morning was hilarious. I know it's funny when Kim is in here and listening to Kim and John banter back and forth, but this morning was on a new level. I was pretty impressed with the guys. They kept it fun and lighthearted, and it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So it's funny the questions that you ask when you're in this studio and you're live. And when we prepare for our shows, some people prepare a week in advance, some people prepare a day in advance, some people prepare an hour in advance. And then some people, they prepare as they're driving in the mornings for the show. So, but I know John is one of those who prepares for his show literally the day before. A lot of times he will spend that time preparing. And so I'm sure yesterday when he was preparing uh, for his show and the questions that he was going to be asking his people to share. I think he gave them some topics. He wanted them to come with a couple of topics that they could talk about. And one of the guys, his topic was, what do you wear to bed? That's what he wanted to know. So it's just funny. I love how John was like, okay, next, let's ask the next question. Because you never know, what's going to be coming out of someone's mouth. So we have to be careful about that sometimes. So just, note to self. Am trying to figure out if I can see you guys' comments on my screen over here. I know it looks like everybody has done a few different things since I've been gone. I mean, and we have to remember I have been gone for 2 weeks. So, let's just take a look if I can. We're gonna see if we can see y'all's comments, but anyway. All right. I don't really know. Okay, so here's the thing. Today's show is sponsored by because I gotta get this out there. So I am a realtor with Realty Executives. Y'all forgive my hair this morning. I went pink and then I'm looking at this going, I didn't really do a lot. So please forgive me for those of you who can see me. So I work with Realty Executives out of Alvarado, Texas. We do commercial land and residential real estate. So if you need a realtor, you have questions about selling a home, buying a home, whatever that is, I have a pretty good niche and a pretty good team of people. I say pretty good, great team of people that help new home buyers who've never purchased a home before and really just don't even know where to start. So feel free to call me or reach out. My direct number is 817-648-2000. We've got quite a bit of new sponsorships coming up. Within the next couple of weeks. So I'm pretty excited about that. We have some events going on locally. I'm going to start telling you about those. If you've got anything in the world that you want me to share, um, I just request that, and I might need Tiff to go in here and change up some of my captions because it's still showing rise and shine. And feel free to reach out to me in my post over off of my page, Tanya Benton Johnson page. I have my email address in there, and that is it's a good morning Texas. Oh goodness, hang on. Anyway, it's a good morning Texas at gmail.com. I want to know like good stories, some things that you guys have going on, some maybe events that you would like me to share on It's a Good Morning here on Joco Community Radio, because that's what this is all about. We're here for our community to share those good things and to share the good things that are happening. So one of the things that I do know about personally is the band, the high school marching band of Grandview High School, won this week. I don't know exactly what place that they got, but they are moving on to state, which is held in San Antonio, Texas, and that's a big deal. What I love about high school and our younger generation and the kids in our community is they're well diverse, and I know that being in high school and being in the band isn't always the coolest, right? um we are blessed to have some schools in our communities here in Johnson County where athletes are still able to participate in the arts district form of that. So football players that can also be in the band. You've got the flag course, you've got cheerleaders that are also in the flag corps, or whatever that is, whatever that looks like. So, kudos to the school districts who allow their kids to, cross promote and do all of the things that they want to do, that they're talented in. And so, again, just a brief shout out to the Thundering Herd Marching Band of Grandview, Texas, that is going to be going to state. So if you guys have anybody else that you know of, any of the other schools in Johnson County that you know of that are going to state, feel free, share that here. Share with me via my email. I would love to share all the good stories and all the good things that are going on right here in our community. So that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on this morning. I wanted to throw that out there. um, Also, if you have someone that has something that they want to share, a good story, I want to be touching on some of those things. If you've got somebody who you think would be a good co-host with me, I would love to share that too. Now, some of the ladies that I've had on the show prior to, while Coralie's been gone, they will be popping in periodically. Sarah Shin is going to still be joining me. Sarah Roberts will still be joining me. Vanessa Rocks will still be joining me, and then and who I mean, I am welcome. I welcome all the people everywhere. If you think they're funny, if you think they have an interesting story, if you think they have something to talk about, you know, send me their, private message me. If you think you want to be on here for an hour a day, but here's the thing, I don't know if I'm going to have one person every day, right? Because it takes a special soul to want to come in here and hang out with me for an hour every day, Monday through Friday. So, not everybody can do that or wants to do that or wants to be up at this early in the morning, whatever that looks like. So, and I think changing it up a little bit is a little bit great. So, thank you, Tiffany. I loved our mornings too. So, and Tiffany is going to be joining me some. She's been rocking out this new system. She's got it figured out where her and I can both be on. We don't even necessarily um we don't even necessarily need to be in the same place. Girl, I feel you. I know I need that extra hour too. This past 2 weeks, I was like, man, I got so much stuff done. But I also miss visiting with all my people and all the ones who are here religiously every morning. And I hope I didn't lose some of you while I was gone. So one there's been a few things that I do want to talk about, and I don't know, maybe a little bit serious this morning, but one of the things with the girls that were on here, let's see, I had some of the girls from BB Magazine on the show, and it was right around where we were kicking off trying to get everything sold for the new magazine. So, it was just kind of funny. I was in that realm of the kickoff and getting everything ready for BB Magazine. So I was surrounded by that group of friends. And so as a woman, I hope that you have different sets of friends. And if you don't, I will encourage you to go and get different sets of friends. Now, I have friends that are my ride or die, know everything about my life, everything about my kids, everything about my world, right? I have a select few of those. And then I have friends that I've had since I've moved to Cleburne. I have Burleson friends. I have friends that I met from church. I have my girlfriends that if I want to go day drinking, I know who to call. If I want to go out for the weekend and go to Studio 80, I know who to call. I have different sets of friends, right? I have friends that have young little kids that don't necessarily have the freedom that I have being an empty nester with my baby going off to Missouri College all by himself and all of those things. But you have different stages, and all of us are in different stages of our life with different issues with family and friends. But we also have different stages with business, right? And so, first note, I want you, if you don't have different groups of friends, I encourage you, men, women, whatever, I encourage you to go find new people every day to surround yourself with because you can be a blessing to someone on the daily, and someone can be a blessing to you on the daily. So that's the first thing. I encourage you to do that. The second thing is, good morning, Shannon. It's so good to see your face. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for not giving up on me and coming back this morning. Um, so anyway, I encourage you to go get friends. If you've lost friendships, I encourage you to be the one to reach out to those friends. You will find the ones where you can just pick up the phone and you can pick up where you left off 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, whatever it was. I have a really great friend of mine who's going to come in when she stops traveling. And now I don't know, she just had a grandbaby. So she probably can't get her on here, but um, Ooh, I remember when our kids were little, she had 2 little ones and mine were 8 years apart, and it was one of those things where she said, "Okay, well, when our kids go off to college, we'll be friends again," because we just could never make things work, right? We could never have lunch on a Friday afternoon or shopping on Saturday or, all of those things just kind of became complicated. So we laughed about the fact that we could just be friends again in 18 years when our kids were grown. And it hasn't been completely that bad, but but you give each other the freedom, right? You have to give each other the freedom to be who they are and what they are and do what they do. And I say all of that to say, I know, okay, so back to the girls from BB Magazine. When we were getting ready to get the magazine, I mean, the first issue is coming out. I'm so excited around November 1st ish. Um, so we were surrounded by each other a lot, right? I'm getting ready to launch a YouTube channel. The girls helped me out on some footage. It also ended up being a great photo op for BB Magazine. So I was with the girls from BB Magazine a lot. So therefore, that stemmed from, "Hey, can you be on my show tomorrow? Could you be on my show Friday? Could you be," because those were the people that I was surrounded with at the time. Sarah Shin is not necessarily a part of the magazine per se. I think she writes an article for us, but her and I were at an event, and She was like, "If you ever need someone, I would love to be on your show." I'm like, "Oh my god, I need somebody tomorrow." I had filled up the whole week, but I didn't have anybody for that next day. She was available. She came on. It's just been really great. We have built a great friendship from not shipped, ship, a great friendship from one event. Now, Sarah Shin and I met each other months ago, right? Months, maybe even a couple years ago when Tiffany brought her on the show. And so it's just some things just happen, right? Some people think they give me more credits, I think, sometimes than I deserve because I think that they think it's premeditated, right? It's premeditated and all this shit is thought about, and it's not. That's why, Corley and I came up with the whole tagline sunshine and bullshit because sometimes I want to give you all the sunshine. But I promise you, I got a whole lot of bullshit. I got bullshit going on in my life. I got bullshit going on here and there. And premeditated, or planned out or something like that, it doesn't always work. So, um, it's funny to me how sometimes people who aren't happy in their life or in their situations or whatever, they try to gravitate or build drama where drama is not needed, right? So I had people calling me and calling out different things and calling out different business partners and different things like that. So, one of the things I wanted to do this morning is set the story straight. And that's why I'm in here alone, all by myself, because I was really in prayer about this. I've been in prayer for a hot minute now. Um, I have different people in my life. I have different people in my life for a reason. I surround myself with all kinds of people for all kinds of different reasons. So here's the deal. I am all over the place, right? I have a lot of my friends go, "Oh my god, do you have any free time? What do you?" Okay, so my kids are grown pretty much. I mean, Garrett's in college and yes, I'm going to be going off and I'm going to be watching him play baseball. He has played in every game that they have had as a freshman. So I'm very 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 proud of him. Uh so with that, that has allowed me the freedom to go and do what God's intended for me to do and take on every blessing that I feel like God has put in my path. Now, with that, I had the girls from BB Magazine in here again. Why? Because I was around them at the time, right? So, It's a Good Morning is a morning show here on Joco Community Radio. Now, Joco Community Radio was started years ago by Pam Masters and myself. We did a 1 day a week show on Monday afternoons from 3 to 5. Now, the premise of Joco Community Radio was to share the stories, the music, and the good news of Johnson County. Plain and simple, that's what Joco Community Radio is. That's the reason it started. That's Pam's passion. That's what we wanted, okay? So, step back a few years, I've got to step away. Pam took a 2 day a week, or I'm sorry, a 1 day a week show for 2 hours, and she turned it into this dream of 24/7. All right. With some help from some great, great people. She was able to be downtown Burleson. Yes, that is why we have Pam's photo in the picture. She is the reason on the daily that we are here. Okay. Now, it is a full blown 375 live on TuneIn Radio, 7 days a week, 24/7 show. If we are not live on Facebook, you can go to TuneIn Radio and you can search Joco Community Radio right at the top. and you will hear music, you will hear stories. I don't care if you're awake at 4:00 in the morning. Joco Community Radio is on TuneIn Radio. If you've got TuneIn in your car, if you've got TuneIn on your refrigerator, if you've got TuneIn on your phone, you can get Joco Community Radio. Okay? Now, the premise of Joco Community Radio, as is now, there are people who can get an hour of airtime. If you want an hour to talk about whatever you want to talk about, say whatever you want to say, promote whatever you want to promote, you can pay Joco Community Radio for your hour. Okay? If you want to know more information, you can. Tiff, will you put the email address in the notes, please? If you want an hour, you want a show, you want to talk about your business, your shit, your good news, your church, your business, your friends, your people, your drama, whatever. You can pay us for an hour to do that. Or you know what? You can pay us for 2 hours if you want to. We have time spots available. Now, the shows we have on this station and this channel and that can go live on Facebook, we've got graphics now, we've got all the things. Those people, they pay us. They are not associated with us, right? They are not associated with me. The It's a Good Morning Show is a morning show here on Joco Community Radio. Whew, I'm going to finish my rant when we come back. I'm going to give you a little break. I do have more things to talk about, so don't go away. We've got the top 50 barbecue places. I've got some different things happening. So stick around. We'll be right back for the second half of It's a Good Morning here on Joco Community Radio.
Abnormal realities.
All right. So let's see. Oh, this is a cool one. You may affect magnetic phenomena that makes credit cards unreadable after you've been carrying them. Do you have problems with credit cards?
I do not.
He is not a slider.
I'm not a slider.
All right. And number everything that's no more numbers.
What are you doing?
I'm just thinking about how much of a train wreck we are. Give me a hug.
No, I'm not hugging you. God, how long is this show going to go? Can't believe you got to the end of the story and you went, humana. There are no more numbers. What?
I thought there's another one. I tried playing it out. It just rolled over on me.
Abnormal realities.
Every time I look at the clock, the break gets further away. I don't understand.
With Ron and Rocky. Weekdays, 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Joco Community Radio.
Out-of-date carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleburne, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleburne, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they got you covered.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson, Cleburne, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I'm not, oh, dang, I was still, it's so nice to not have to be like working all the finagled stuff. And thanks so much for the bigger screen. That's just absolutely wonderful. Okay. So, if you guys were here for the first half of It's a Good Morning here on Joco Community Radio, I just want to say thank you. If you're sticking around for my rant, I want to say thank you. Thank you and thank you. Be sure to share with your friends this show. You can do that by going to the bottom. There's an arrow there that says share. So you can share this show. You can share any one of our shows. Just for those of you who don't know, we have over 10,000 followers just on our Facebook page. Okay. So this is a great media platform. So again, Tiffany's put in the comments how you guys can have your own show if you choose to pay for it. Okay. So sorry. Welcome back to the second half of It's a Good Morning here on Joco Community Radio. We are the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. If you paid attention to the first half of the show, you know that already. Okay, to listen, simply go to tuneinjoco.com, where you can download the app for free or listen live right there. We are also streaming simultaneously on Spreaker.com with select shows like this one streaming to Facebook. We all of our shows can be found on any one of your favorite podcasting platforms. That's right, podcasting platforms such as Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and I think there's like a total of 13. Check out our lineup on jococommunityradio.com. Thanks for tuning in. This episode and more are brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. You can simply go to facebook.com/next level claims. Okay, so before I went to break, I was talking about the show. Okay, so It's a Good Morning is a show. My name is Tanya Johnson. This show was created out of a need and a want for the morning show on Joco Community Radio. Okay. One of the things after Pam passed away is there were some girls who had a morning show here. I believe it was from 7 to 9. They went off, did their own thing. One of them, I think, ended up getting a full-time job. You know, one of the things about Joco Community Radio, no, we're not nonprofit. I'm going to rephrase that. We are not nonprofit, although we are feeling a little bit like nonprofit. Just saying. So we don't get to pay our people, right? So I am not necessarily an employee paid by Joco Community Radio. Tiffany and I co-own this together as a gift from Pam. Now, blood, sweat, tears, money, all of that has been invested, okay? I say that to say the morning show is my baby, okay? Mine. Me, mine. Now, if you remember, when the morning show started, my sister was on for a little while. I had guests on for a little while. Tiffany, Carlin, and I did the morning show for most of the time. Now, you can ask Tiffany. Tiffany will even tell you, it's still been my baby. There's been times that I had to take a hiatus and go away, and Tiffany and James took over for a little bit. But you know what? Life happens. But still, you can ask Tiffany, it's my baby. It's been my baby. And my name, again, is Tanya Johnson. Okay. So this is my baby. I do with the show what I want to do when I want to do it. So I say that to say, if I want to come in here and I want to talk about real estate because I'm a realtor, guess what? I get to do that. Why? Because it's my show. If I want to come in here and I want to talk about my YouTube channel, guess what? I get to do that because it's my show. If I wanted to fill my show with nothing but real estate, guess what? I get to do that because it's my show. If I want to come in here and I want to talk about sunshine and bullshit, I get to because it's my show. The people I have on my show are my choice. Okay? I don't have people coming in here on my show because they're going to take over or they own part of blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So, just for those of you who don't know, yes, I have a morning show. It's called It's a Good Morning here on Joco Community Radio, right here, Burleson, Texas, Joco Community Radio. Okay. Morning show. It's a good morning. Why is it It's a good morning? Because I love the Mendisa song, It's a Good Morning. So guess what? That's my morning show song. Nobody else thought about it. I might have brainstormed with some of my friends, some of my girlfriends, my brainstorming group, right? Because if you don't have a great brainstorming group of friends who are business minded, wonderful, think outside of the box people, you better go get you some. Okay? Because I have a plethora of think outside of the box, badass, rock star women, friends. I even have guy friends who I bounce my ideas off of. Okay? Because sometimes I got crazy bullshit ideas going on in my head and I need somebody to like go, okay, no, maybe not today, right? If you don't have any badass friends, go get you some. There's plenty out there. Okay. Don't surround yourself with stinking thinking, negative ass people. Okay. I encourage you, go get you some badass friends. So for me, I have lots of badass friends who, when I said, hey, I think I want to do It's a Good Morning and I want this to be my show song and I want this great idea, we ran with it, right? Here we are 3 years later, still running with It's a Good Morning. Have we changed it up a little bit? Yes. Have we thrown some sunshine and bullshit in there? Yes, we have. Okay. So there's that. Now, so that's the first thing. Yes, I have a morning show. Second thing, I'm a realtor. I've been in real estate now for 3 years. I have done so many different things in my life. I've sold cars. I've sold medical supplies. I sold makeup, won a car, became a director, all of those things. I mean, I have so many different facets of my life, which allow me now to do what I do. I love real estate. I love being able to help people make their dreams come true. I love all of the networking. I love everything that gives to my family. Okay. Now, I have a new project. It's called BB Magazine. Okay. For those of you who don't know, BB Magazine will be launching in a few weeks. Now, I say that to say that is me. That is me, Tanya Johnson. That is not It's a Good Morning. Does it allow me does It's a Good Morning allow me the platform to talk about the magazine? Yes, it does. But it also allows me the platform to talk about real estate. It allows me the platform to talk about my kids. It allows me the platform to talk about the band making it to state in Grandview, Texas, right? This platform of It's a Good Morning allows me, that's what it is. It allows a platform. No one else is involved. This is no one else's baby. Okay. First and foremost, BB Magazine is a wonderful, wonderful magazine being brought to our community right now. It's not always going to stay here in Burleson, Texas. So look out. We're going all over. We've got some things going on that you guys don't know about. But guess what? BB Magazine is its own thing. Okay. It's a Good Morning is its own thing. BB Magazine is its own thing. Realty Executives is its own thing. Guess what? There is one common denominator, and that is me. I'm not saying that to toot my horn. I am not saying that to go, woo, woo, look at me. I am merely trying to set a record straight. If you guys have one job and one job only in your life, do that job and leave everybody else alone. Okay. Do that. But for some of us, we can't sit still. I got a kid in college and I want to do all the things. I want to travel. I want to do real estate. I want to be on the morning show and I want a magazine. And here's the thing, what a lot of people don't know. I know Burleson people and I started in Burleson doing things about 12 years ago. And for some of you who are new here, or maybe you've forgotten, back in the day, I worked for the Cleveland Times Review. We also had a magazine. It was called Community Life Magazine. It's still around today. Now, I sold advertising for the Cleveland Times Review. All right. I no longer work for Cleveland Times Review because we had a magazine And I believed in the magazine. Okay. Still believe in it. It's still a great magazine, not as great as it was back when I was there, but it's a magazine. And I love paper. Like I love magazines. Okay. If you ever come to my house, I got magazines laying everywhere. Okay. So I love paper. So when my friend, my badass friend Mayetta, reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm launching a magazine, blah, blah, blah." That was my dream. I told her that. I said, my dream 12 years ago when I left Cleburne Times Review. And the reason I left was because I was told I worked for a newspaper and not a magazine. Well, I didn't believe in the newspaper, right? It's there one day and it's gone the next. So I didn't believe in the newspaper. But you know what? I could believe in a magazine because I got magazines in my house from 2006. Somebody paid for an ad in a magazine in 2006. And guess what? There are still people in my house seeing it. Now, there's not a lot of people in my house, but there's people seeing it years later. I believe in print. I believe in magazine. So it is a passion of mine. And I told Mayetta, I said, "Oh my God, I always wanted to have my own magazine. Like I wanted to have a magazine. How can I help you?" That was the words that I said. How can I help you? Not premeditated, not, "Oh my God, we're going to be able to talk about this on the." No, I said, "How can I help you?" Because I have a passion for print and I have a passion for magazines. Now, did I know the creative genius that Mayetta is? No, I didn't. I do now. But she said, "I want you to come with me." Okay, that is me. That is me, Tanya Johnson. That is me and Mayetta Mason having a sit down conversation in a coffee bar. 2 days later, I'm a part of this wonderful whirlwind that is BB Magazine. But again, that is just me. Not premeditated. Okay. So Mayetta and Elisa Key started this magazine. They've surrounded themselves with some badass bitches. And BB Magazine is for business branding, just so you know. Okay. So those are 3 separate things that I myself am doing. It has nothing BB Magazine has nothing to do with Joco Community Radio. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Now, did we as Joco Community Radio advertise in the magazine? Yes, we did. Why? Again, because we believe in it. Someone other than myself came to Tiffany and I and said, "Hey, we want you to advertise in the magazine. We think it's a great idea." So we did it. Okay. Tiffany Carlin is another one of my badass friends who supports me and loves me and would do anything for me. She does not own and is not affiliated with BB Magazine other than an advertisement in the magazine. Plain and simple. So any rumors or bullshit that you have heard that says otherwise is a lie, and it is from people who have no idea what they're talking about. And they can call me out and they can, bash me on social media or whatever. No harm, no foul, because they don't know me. Okay. My people who know me and support me are completely 100% excited about the fact that I am finally getting to be a part of something that I've always wanted to do. Now, I looked at starting a magazine. I'm not going to lie. I looked at starting a magazine 12 years ago. That's just expensive. I'm just saying. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of putting a lot of things on the back burner. And so there's no way I would want to take this adventure and do this thing alone as far as BB Magazine goes. And when it comes out, all of you who didn't advertise in the first one, you're going to wish you had, because it is absolutely beautiful. We have some great ideas. We've surrounded ourselves with some really, really, really great people. And so you need to jump on board. There's still spots available for the December edition, but they're going fast, and we're going to have that filled up by November 10th. So you need to get in on that. All right. But I say all of that to say this, this right here is, I apologize for those of you who haven't been one of those people, but I just want you to know everybody has a different facet. They have different gifts and they have different talents. They have different everything. Okay. Mayetta. She's got a gym. She's got a book that just came out. She's got the magazine. She's got an event planning production company. All of those have different partners. All of those have different people involved. Okay. Elisa Key, she's also a realtor, broker, a part of the magazine. Vanessa Rocks, she's a part of the magazine, but she teaches belly dancing. She's a belly dancer on the weekends. She's a teacher. She's a coach. She was just in Kansas City, judging a dance competition, and she's also part of BB Magazine. Okay, so just because someone surrounds themselves with someone else, or you see them at lunch with someone else, doesn't mean, oh my gosh, they must be a part of that, right? One of the funniest rumors I think I heard was Wendy Mendoza, I think it's Mendez, was one of my hosts, my co-hosts, one morning very early on when this first happened. And that happened again because Wendy was like, we were at an event, and she's like, oh, she struggles with insecurities and she struggles with talking to people, and she just has, and I was like, you should come on the radio show. Not premeditated. I had to give her a few days to think about it and talk about it or whatever, but it wasn't premeditated. She needed that. Well, funny enough, as a co-host on my show, all of a sudden she's going to buy, here's the funny thing, she's going to buy Joco Community Radio. Really? Really? Because last I checked, Joco Community Radio is not up for sale. Last I checked. Okay. So no, I'm going to squash that rumor right now. Wendy, and if Wendy was here with me, she would tell you how funny that is too. Wendy is not buying and has no intention of buying Joco Community Radio. Just saying. Okay. All right. So then, therefore, oh, that was one of my old shows. I'm like, what? Why are we talking about Jolene? Okay. So no, Wendy is not buying Joco Community Radio. All right. And if Wendy wants to come back on my show another time, she can. Guess what? Because I love her, and she's finding her voice, she's finding her purpose, and she's finding her person. Okay. That's what she's doing. And I'm going to support her, and I'm going to love her and let her do her badass shit. Okay. So then another rumor is, of course, that, Tiffany Carlin, because I'm associated with BB Magazine, Tiffany must be associated with BB Magazine. Well, guess what? Tiffany does a lot of shit that I'm not involved in. Okay. Tiffany, her husband owns a law office. Guess what? I'm not involved in that. Tiffany's got some great things going on. I'm not involved with that. Okay. We can be separate people, just so you know. Tiffany and I look nothing alike. Tiffany and I don't live in the same house. Tiffany and I don't have the same kids. She is her own person, as so am I, my own person. Okay. If you don't surround yourself with people who aren't badass bitches or badass people in general, I'm sorry. Okay. I feel bad for you. But I, on the other hand, choose to surround myself with some great people who push me to be better and push me to do better. Okay. But we don't have to be intertwined in every decision. I don't talk to Tiffany every day. As a matter of fact, I've been on a hiatus for 2 weeks, and Tiffany and I both totally forgot that I don't have keys to the station because we changed the locks and we got some really cool shit going on. But because Tiffany has her own stuff and I have my own stuff, it wasn't until yesterday we talked for the first time in 2 weeks and realized, oh shit, right? We are our own people. Go get your own people. But in getting your own people, stay out of other people's business. Okay. I am, okay. So I have all of these projects. I have all of these things. That's me. That's what I'm choosing to do. Okay. So if you missed out on advertising in BB Magazine, because you thought some people were involved who aren't, if you heard some stories and you heard some lies that are being spread around this community, sorry for your bad luck. You missed out. But we plan to grow BB Magazine with or without the people in this community. Okay. If Burleson can't get behind BB Magazine, because it's BB Magazine is going to be mailed to every home in Burleson. Now, can I come on here and talk about BB Magazine? Yes, I can. Why? Because it's me. It's what I do. It has nothing to do with Joco Community Radio. Just like I can come on here and I can talk about real estate because it's me and it's what I do. And if I want to bring somebody in here Michelle was in here last 3 weeks ago. We talked about It Works or HotWorks. Do I own HotWorks? No. Am I buying HotWorks? No. But I support her. I support what she does, and I want people to be healthy. And so if I wanted to have HotWorks come in here every Wednesday for the next 6 months, guess what? I can do that. Why? Because this is my show. Me, Tanya Johnson, me. Okay? I can have whoever I want to, whenever I want to. And if you, as a person in this community, don't like it, don't watch, don't listen. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Because guess what? I'm comfortable in my skin. The good Lord above created me, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay? But if you missed out on BB Magazine, sorry for your bad luck. Because you know what? We are some badass bitches. And we know business and we know branding, and we want to help you brand your business. And if you don't think you need us, you probably don't. If you don't think you need us, guess what? We don't need you. Okay. But this is a great thing. We have some great, exciting things that are going to be happening. We have a launch party, and I'm not going to bore you with all of those statistics today. I just want to say that I love all of you, and I want you to be an individual. Okay. If a good idea comes your way, I don't want you to think about who's involved, what's that going to look like, what if I fail, what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong. I want you to just jump in and see what happens. Okay? That's what I encourage you to do, is jump in to whatever opportunity God puts in your path. If it doesn't work, I hope you learn something. If it works, then you run with it. Okay? That's what I encourage all of you to do. If an opportunity presents itself, just do it. Okay? As Steve Harvey says, jump in. Jump in. Don't tip your water in the sand. Don't dip your foot. I want you to jump in. That's exactly what I did when I got the opportunity to be a part of BB Magazine. I didn't think about who was involved. I didn't think about what was going on. I just realized that God presented me with an opportunity to do something that I've wanted to do for almost 10 years. Okay? And so I did it. The morning show, yes, I was a little bit reluctant because I'm not a morning person. Those of you who know, I'm late all the time. All right. So one thing real quick, those of you who don't think print works, I only have a minute left. I'm off my rant. Thank you. I hope you will support me. I hope you will support Joco Community Radio. I hope you will support Realty Executives. Don't forget, if you need to buy or sell a house, I'm your girl. If you want to support It's a Good Morning on Joco Community Radio, I have had the opportunity to be at some live events lately. I have the opportunity to do some traveling. I have the opportunity to help support some businesses and do some different things and work on some sponsorships. Because why? Because It's a Good Morning, Joco Community Radio, Tanya Johnson. That's why I have that opportunity. But I wanted to say one more thing. For those of you who don't think print works, Texas Monthly just came out with the top 50 barbecue places in Texas. And over the weekend, I believe the magazine came out on Thursday. Friday morning, there were lines everywhere of at barbecue restaurants in Texas, Dallas and Fort Worth, all over Texas, that had lines of people at 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning lining up to try the barbecue. Because why? Texas Monthly magazine said it was good. Okay. So if you don't think print and radio and different things like that work, guess what? They do. You need to advertise, whether that's here with us here at Joco Community Radio, whether that's with BB Magazine, whatever. Spread the love. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow with a whole lot more sunshine. Don't forget, sprinkle a little sunshine and bullshit. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Bye.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomas.